Yeah, they need to go and spend money, Paul, and spend it wisely, and bring in quality, like the manager's been saying for months now since the window closed. He needs quality players, and I said it in the show last night, Paul. Perhaps Brendan Rodgers was too passive during the summer window, just kind of went with the flow and inherited a lot of deals. But this time he can't afford to do that because the deals between the recruitment department, it's not been good enough. Not by his standards, not by the standards that Celtic want. Not if you're a Celtic supporter and you've been asked to pay 140 quid for your 3 Champions League games again, to go and watch players that are not up to that level with the greatest respect to them. So it's a big window for Celtic next month, Paul. It's a big window for Rangers too, don't forget, because come May, it's the richest prize in Scottish football history. If you win the title, the money on offer for being into the Champions League is scary by Scottish standards. Absolutely scary. I think it's a 25% increase in what they're used to. So it's, you're talking well over 30 million, 40 million quid. So it's a lot of money. And that's why next month both clubs need to get it spot on.
Wow, that would be 37.5 million. Just worked it out, Mark, because Celtic netted 29.7, 30 million from this campaign. How big a part in it? I'm just listening to you, Mark, there carefully. Obviously injuries has been part of the story. I suppose Brendan Rodgers and the football department must have thought they didn't think they'd lose Hatate and so many players that they have in Maeda, and so many of them. John, what's your thought about your old club? Last week on the programme you said some of the players weren't giving you what you would expect.
No, I don't think. I think some of the players think that they're better than what they are. I think when you come to Celtic, sometimes there's an element of players thinking, well, I'm in the door, I'm at Celtic, I'm at a huge club, and there's a feeling of some of them are coasting along, thinking, well, somebody will come and produce a little bit of magic, somebody will produce a great goal, rather than going to make it happen, almost waiting for it to happen. And I think the manager as well, is the manager doing enough to get the best out of the hand he was given in terms of the players. Because we can always blame the players and say, the players are not up to it, they're not up to scratch. And also the performances, Paul, the performances this season have been nowhere near. They've been nowhere near. They go out to the Cup early on to Kilmarnock. Then they draw 3 games then against the likes of Motherwell, Hibs and St Johnstone. Games that Celtic should be winning, especially 2 of them were at home, Motherwell and St Johnstone. And then to lose again to Kilmarnock at the same park, going in 1-0 up at half time. Celtic should be coming out and blitzing Kilmarnock away. Yeah, give Kilmarnock a little bit of credit. They had a real go in the second half. But the defence that day for Celtic was all over the place. And then to go and win, to look to bounce back after a really poor performance in the second half in particular, they go and get beat at home. So the performances are nowhere near at the level. And as I said, I think Brendan Rodgers must take a little bit of the blame in terms of there's no doubt that he prepares them properly, but are the players taking on board his instructions when he wants them to play a certain way? Are they good enough to take on instructions? For me, I think there's several players there that are not good enough actually to keep going on this particular run. And even when people were saying, well, they haven't been beat, they've drawn a couple of games, they've been playing here, they've been playing in winning games, losing games, drawing games. But for me, I don't think the football's been great.